the fields of joint cooperation.
So now the journey towards a new funding model for universities has kicked off after universities were required to publish their programs and costs to the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service portal by close of business today. Now, once that is done, COPS will then proceed to open its portal in a week's time, with the service expected to place all the students by the end of July. Shadrach Miti with that report.
Universities will therefore be required to declare and publicize the actual cost of their programs. No public university shall levy additional charges or raise its fees without the approval of the University Funding Board.
Following that announcement, the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service wrote to Vice Chancellors and Principals of University Constituent Colleges, directing them to publish the cost of their academic programs by close of business Tuesday, May 9th. COPS will then upload all the details concerning academic programs for every university and their cost. The requirement seeks to help students understand how much every program costs at which university, making it difficult for universities to impose extra levies and hidden costs. Universities are required to only declare costs for the programs that were validated by the Commission for University Education and should not introduce new programs at this point. Only the costs disclosed to COPS in line with the President's directive within the deadline will be published on the COPS portal to be opened by May 17, 2023.
The University Funding Board shall share information with students on availability of sources of funding through its portal and streamline the application program.
Under the new funding model, students from needy households joining universities will receive government scholarships to a maximum of 53% and 40% loans. Parents will only pay 7% of the cost of university education. Based on this arrangement, a needy student studying medicine at the University of Nairobi, for instance, which costs 630,000 shillings per year, will receive a government grant of 333,900 shillings and 252,000 shillings loan from the HELB, with parents required to pay 44,100 shillings per year. This means in 6 years, a medical student at the University of Nairobi will get a loan of 1,512,000 shillings, with parents required to pay 264,000 shillings for the entire period of study. The less needy student joining university will be funded through a government scholarship of 38% of the cost of the program and 55% in form of loans. The households will pay only 7%. The new funding model to be implemented effective this academic year will commence with the new cohort of 173,000 students joining universities and 145,000 joining TVETs, and will be scientifically determined by a means testing instrument. The Higher Education Loans Board means testing instruments scores students based on 8 parameters, which includes parents' background, gender, course type, previous school type, expenditure of education, family size and composition, marginalization and disability.
And we have done a study. We have found that 29% of the students who want to pursue undergraduate and are looking for government sponsorship are the most needy. And then we have got another cohort of about 62%. These are middle-level families that can afford some amount of money. And then we have finally the 9 to 11% who are students who do not require any support.
Overall, there will be 4 funding streams to ensure the sustainability of universities and TVETs, which will include student-centered funding, research funding, capital infrastructure grants, and fee-for-service such as consultancy. Shadrach Miti, KTN News.
So away from education matters to health.